verifying the target 1,300 feet below. Please complete boarding procedures before getting in.
Roger that. Have a ton of tickets. Let's party! Sneaked into the base successfully.
So much for sneaking in. They're already here to greet you.
Hello, Johnny boy! And goodbye! Nice landing.
You have some guests approaching at 2 o'clock. And you guests are coming too.
What a big welcome. I'll make you just like perforated cheese. Bingo!
Oh, it seems like they love you so much. They're not gonna let you go.
No problem. You guys are roast chicken.
Great work, President. But you still have a delicious dessert coming.
Hi everyone, I'm here to stream some Metamorph Chaos XT for you guys, and sorry I didn't answer sooner. I was just wanting to let the opening cutscene play out without, you know, my interruption or speaking through it, because I want that cutscene to really show people how awesome this game is. And without further ado, let's continue on.
By the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, freedom was dead in America. Beginning with a large-scale military coup d'etat that erupted in various cities throughout the nation, the rebels seized power in all the central institutions of government. The entire nation appeared to have fallen completely into the hands of the coup d'etat forces. However, one final hope
yep, you're just in time, dude, and hello. How are you guys
this final
tonight?
hope being the U.S. President himself.
Sorry,
Michael
this
Wilson,
stream was
the
kind of
47th
late.
President of the United States, equipped with a special mobile armored ops suit developed in secret by the military, boldly waged his own personal war alone to take back America's freedom.
Get out my special ops suit, Jody.
It looks like a fancy party is about to start. This kind of party is a first for me. Mr. President?
Oh, that's good to hear, dude.
Okay, let's party! Welcome to the White House.
Okay, so to fill people in, I once streamed this game on Twitch a couple of years back, and right now I want to go through and show it again on YouTube. And I don't think I ever had the opportunity to show what the game, how the game was updated after General Arcade managed to fix some of the more egregious issues that they introduced when they ported this game. Sadly, there's still some issues that they never addressed, but at least it's in a somewhat more better state now than it was in when I first streamed this years ago. So I'm just going to take the opportunity to smash some of these guys for something I want to see if I can unlock in this way through. while I do so, I'm going to try to use the opportunity to talk about how I learned about this game and how I discovered it in the first place. So, many years back, hold on.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. Enter the underground base using this oversized back door here.
So many years ago, I once played a Xbox 360 game called Enchanted Arms. It's an RPG game by From Software, the same makers of this game, Armored Core, Otogi, Dark Souls, The Adventures of Hickey Cream, and you know, at the time when I never knew anything about this game at all because I never had the internet or really anything because I didn't have a computer to find something like this out. But in that game, there is a golem you can recruit in a secret area of the game, and once you get the parts and things necessary to enforce that golem, you can actually recruit Edible, the character that I'm playing, the mech that I'm playing, you play as Michael Wilson, the 47th President of the United States in this game, and you can actually recruit his mech into Enchanted Arms, and he can fight alongside you in that game. And there are also some other Xbox One software characters that showed up in the game too. Like Raiko from the Otogi series, the Murakumo mech from the Murakumo game, and I think there was also an early version of the Vanguard boss from Demon Souls. But yeah, like, I never knew anything about this up until, like, I guess years later, until I was able to, like, I guess kind of research, I guess, things about this game. And that's how I kind of, like, learned about Metal of Chaos. But sadly, you know, it came to my, you know, dismay that the game never came out at all in the United States or anywhere else for that matter, because it was only released in Japan and only for the original Xbox. And it stayed that way for many years up until this remaster that is all thanks to Super Best Friend's playthrough. It was their Let's Play that, I guess, helped generate interest from Devolver Digital, and I guess, like, they made, I think at the time it was kind of like a joke, but people were so interested in the idea of them, you know, publishing a game like this overseas. Well, thanks to that and General Arcade, we finally have this game on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC through GOG or Steam. I'm playing the game on GOG since it's DR-free because, you know, a game like this deserves to be reserved for future generations.
This situation looks pretty suspicious. You're supposed to enter from the roof.
Although, sadly, not everything has been, you know, preserved properly in this remaster. It kind of brings up that whole issue of, you know, games preservation that Anthony Matosis touched upon when he was playing Don't Make Cry in his commentary video for the game. Actually, I'll just use these. Hi, Nate. How are you? Nice to see you stop by. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go on the next stage, but there is something I do want to get at, because I kind of want to get as much things as possible, especially the energy pods, because those things are crucial to my survival in later stages. Okay, nice to see you stop by, Nate. Okay, so they just take out a couple of guys and then grab an item that's in front of me. I guess I just don't want to deal with these guys, so these guys shoot them down.
I'll be back.
Ah, okay. Let's get back up there again. So anyway, here's the statue of memorial of Michael Wilson's dad. Oh god, me too. I wish Otogi was playable on Xbox 360, but for some reason they decided not to make it backwards compatible on Xbox 360, which sucks if you ask me. So the only way I can play it is because I actually have a disc copy of Otogi 2, but I can't play it on the 360, so the only way I can play it on is the Xbox One or Xbox Series. And for desecrating our dead's memorial, we get a paint gun. That's going to become very handy after this mission.
Mr. President, the Eagle Star is beyond here. Get going before the enemy chases after you. Proceed ahead while destroying anything that stands in your way. Switching over your weapons, depending on the situation, is the main key to fighting. Try out the weapons in your backpack as
Oh yeah, and I did mention that From Software also made Otogi as well, and the similarities between that game and this one is not too far off, because this game, from what I heard, it is actually using that game's engine for Metal Chaos. I guess that also explains why the game also encourages you to destroy everything as much as possible.
Mr. President, there's an aircraft hangar beyond this passageway. Now let's hurry. The aircraft hangar is behind the barrier. I'll open the barrier now. Please wait a moment. Whoa, something quite dangerous awaits. But with missiles of that caliber, if you aim and fire, you should be able to easily shoot them down. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. The barrier has been opened. Air Force One's launch preparations will be complete soon. Well, looky here. More guests. Well, I guess they won't be voting for you next term. Mr. President, the enemy is taking aim
You
at
just
Air
deal with
Force
these guys real
One.
quick
Please
before I
be
go
careful.
hunt down the next item. Oh, we're gonna shoot them right now. So over here, there's an item on the grab here. There we go.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. How's that for a ticketless check-in?
How do you like me now?
At the Oval Office, huh, Mr. President? Welcome to Air Force One.
Why did they mention that? Because the main character, Michael Wilson, mentioned that he's going to make these guys roast chicken.
united, they're definitely...
Michael!
Mr. President, it looks like this party is just getting started.
Yeah. President Michael Wilson's flight from President Michael Wilson's flight from the White House cemented Vice President Richard Hawk's hold on the country. With the Pentagon, Congress, and every core institution in America firmly in his grasp, Hawk is free to thrust his depravity upon the country in the name of revolution. The land of the free was free no more. But let me tell you the story of a man who stood against the tide, who believed in his own justice, and what seemed like the whole country had turned against him.
Jody, update me as to the status of the nation.
The Pentagon, the United Nations, and all central government institutions have fallen into the hands of the Vice President.
Have they?
Mr. President, believe in your own justice. I'm sure your father would have told you the same.
Jody, how's my schedule look for today?
You've got a conference and dinner party at the Japanese embassy regarding wildlife protection.
Oh yeah. Sorry, but I'll have to cancel that. I'm heading out to save America. Can you let them know I won't be able to make it?
Yes, Mr. President.
But first, propaganda.
To my beloved fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, your American justice and freedom supporter. First of all, what I would like to tell each and every one of you is this. Recent events were not a mere coup d'etat, but rather a revolution to correct the wrongs in the United States of America. To our regret, our nation is in a crisis situation. Since 2010, domestic terrorism problems have increased rapidly. Economic disputes originating from the exhaustion of fossil fuels and the sudden rise in unemployment due to the influx of large-scale immigration. Neither the current president nor the American government took actions to address these various problems. On the contrary, they have filled their own pockets adhering to terrorist cells. To correct this situation, Richard Hawk, Arizona insurrection hero and vice president of the old government, and the U.S. military rose to the task at hand. Much like our ancestors did, based in a belief of winning freedom, and based in the belief of an independent war, and based in the belief in this great nation. However, to our regret, an evil to disobey this belief exists in the United States of America too. And here is that evil. This villainous terrorist who first appeared in Washington and began his unjust rampage goes by the alias Metal Wolf. His current whereabouts are unknown. While all of America will be under martial law until Metal Wolf is caught, please do not confuse the issues at hand. Without fail, the U.S. military elite forces, with a combined strength of 1.5 million, promise to smash this unforgivable evil to pieces. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, your special remedy for all kinds of evil.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's just funny because that's generally news nowadays.
The coup d'etat army that occupies San Francisco still runs rampant and deprives 780,000 citizens of their freedom. Target areas that the enemy force uses as the base of their military activities are built around the town. Target areas where enemy forces are concentrated are dangerous, but you can weaken their morale by destroying enemy armies. Destroy all target areas, annihilate the enemy force, and make the liberation of San Francisco shine as a beacon of hope in your counteroffensive. This mission goes by the call name Metropolitan Recapture Operation from Cisco Sighted Road. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
I mean, yeah, like, that's one way to look at it, especially considering that you are taking on, like, corrupt U.S. military soldiers who are following Richard's bullshit. But yeah, like dude said, we ball, and speaking of ball, let's see. Now, I kind of want to try to see if I can be wise on what I spend, because there are some things I kind of want to get as soon as possible. And I'm also trying to take in some things I kind of learned from playing the earlier Armored Core games. Since I did, play the first one a long while back. Okay, let's see. This one might be good. Oh, short on cash. Okay, so we'll just make do with what we got now. Now, since I'm not going to be dealing with helicopters or any long-range targets, I'll just switch out the rifle for this. And I'm going to pick up the missile launcher that I picked up from the mission. I'll make do with this. Oh, speaking of me having the GOG version of the game. This is the suit that you get from if you're a pre-order adopter for the GOG version. And I also managed to get a hold of this. The Half-Life 1 model, not Half-Life 1, the Half-Life EVD, HEVs, sorry. The HEV suit from Half-Life. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. But yeah, I'm just gonna rock out this costume.
Mr. President, how's the skydiving?
Not too bad.
San Francisco, occupied by coup d'etat forces, will be the starting point of our counteroffensive. And here's the starting grid.
Okay.
That's quite a gentlemanly landing, sir, befitting only of a U.S. president.
The gentleman in me goes off the clock at 5 p.m. And now I'm gonna take America back!
Annihilate the enemy army by destroying the target areas where the troops have amassed. Destroy all the target areas scattered throughout and take back the town.
Okay, so for those who may or may have not seen my initial playthrough of this on Twitch, the game's visuals, they were a lot more flatter and boring compared to what you see now. Like, a lot of the lighting effects and the colors, it was a lot more drab compared to this. But thankfully they did manage to fix this version of the game to a more, I guess, more eye-pleasing state. It's still missing some features and effects, but at least it's better than what we got compared to day one. That being said, there is one major downgrade that I wish they would have fixed before they just abandon this war altogether. We'll get to that when we get to that. Oh shit, got something. Oops, sorry. There's something I forgot to put on. Sorry about that. I forgot to put on this, gun. Okay, take two.
Annihilate the enemy.
So there's a reason why I wanted to use this handgun.
Where the troops have amassed. Destroy all the target areas scattered throughout and take back the town.
This thing is actually helping my burst meter charge up a lot faster. So this is going to become very handy now. Okay, just like that, we already got a full charge.
Mr. President, POWs are being transported in that cage. Destroy the cage with light firearms and rescue the people inside.
Yep, that's pretty much it, Colt. Like basically, the Vice President has corrupt the military to fight his side. But people don't know that that the Vice President Richard Hawk is a pretty evil bastard.
The enemy forces have even captured San Francisco's cable cars. We can't let them get away with using the symbol of this great American city. A timed self-destruct device is attached to the cage. The time-limit self-destruct device has been activated. Hurry and destroy it. A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to play the Chinese air hoop. The POWs have been safely freed.
Yeah, because the news never ever mentioned that Metal Wolf is being piloted by Michaels, and they never did. They just called him Metal Wolf, and that's it.
The yellow icons on your radar are designated targets in each area. Destroy each target and blow the area to oblivion. Reinforcements come from the adjacent areas. When there are too many reinforcements, try attacking from another area. We would call it winning by retreating. Mr. President, the target area has been destroyed. This has been a momentous first job. Is the enemy's communications facility. From this facility, when communications are made, large numbers of reinforcements join the battle. It's really a nuisance, so destroy it first. Destroy every target area and annihilate the enemy army. Military. M1 Abrams tanks. I never thought they would join the fight.
So this is why I picked up the, I always thought on the sniper rifle for the multi-missile launcher. It's surprisingly effective against tanks. Especially with some of the things that I'm going to run into later in the game that are just parts of the size of the in the size comparison. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to build up power for my first attack. And yes, in case anyone's wondering, yes, this is cheating paintballs. So I'm not actually killing these, I'm just making these guys have a really nasty bruise.
are 3 areas remaining. Just a bit more, Mr. President. High-powered weapons like bazookas are effective against the tough tank armor. Please, don't hold back on using the weapons in your backpack.
I mean, you gotta believe it, because it says believe it. Okay, I'm gonna turn that one side. Gonna take a little detour for a second. Grab this for later.
Mr. President, there's 1 area remaining. Show them the true heart of America.
These missiles that kill bystanders. That's probably because it is. I think that's something they also kind of screwed up with this port, because if you compare it to the original Xbox version, the voices are actually played back a little bit more normally at speed. And I even tried setting my sampling rate to 44.1 kilohertz. It doesn't really make sense. Honestly, I kind of wish someone would do like a restoration effort to fix some of the issues that General Arcade collectively faced.
Uh-oh, Mr. President! Could this be a thank you for destroying the area? It looks like you're gonna receive a lovely present!
How do you like me now?
Bad boy is ready for the scrap heap! Let's send...
Being was in a chance.
What a perfect display of your talents, Mr. President!
Nothing to get excited about.
As Gene from Godhead was saying, see you around.
The enemy forces in
boy.
San Francisco have been annihilated. Nice work, Mr. President.
Sure.
All in a day's work, huh, Mr. President?
Nope, we've only just begun. The fight will continue. As long as the America inside my heart is still alive.
Okay, managed to get everything on the first try. A sharp rebuke of cannon fire echoed across San Francisco as President Wilson commenced his counteroffensive against the Vice President's regime. The liberation of the city struck a chord in the hearts of its small band of patriots whose alabaster souls still believe in the freedom that Richard Hawk stripped away. A movement has been born, and it wanted Hawk to get the hell out of Dodge. The wings of justice are spreading, like an eagle, and getting ready to soar.
Mr. President, the Information Management Department received an email that might interest you.
An email?
Actually, it's a sound file.
Play it for me.
Yes, boss.
Are seeking volunteers to oppose the coup d'etat forces. Awaiting response from fellow sympathizers.
The sound quality is terrible. Could you try and contact the person who sent the email?
Sure, of course, boss.
Maybe America's faith in freedom hasn't faded just yet. And Jody, I'm taking back our country going from west to east.
Go west. I mean, east, young man. Huh? Mr. President, we got a message from the Information Management Department.
Oh,
The coup d'etat forces are making an announcement on national television.
Connect me.
Dear fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where the password is overflowing love and daily benevolence. Today, we bring you a most unfortunate bulletin. Last evening, the city of San Francisco suffered extensive damage at the hand of Metal Wolf, who suddenly appeared. In addition to slaughtering
hey, I was
unresisting
saving those
citizens,
people. Fuck you.
this heinous terrorist took citizens hostage and made an unjust demand for the release of violent criminals and the sum of $500 million. This vicious act could easily be the worst in U.S. history.
Relaxovision.
Metal Wolf's pilot is meaner than Satan himself. And we will not permit him to get away with acts like this. We Americans will never yield to such evil. We Americans will obtain our own justice. Although martial law continues, my fellow Americans, please bear with our situation. To defend this lovable nation, let's lead the brave fight together. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where our motto, justice over theory, is your motto.
We've been made public enemy number one. How about seeking exile or asking for help from other nations?
No. I'm the president. I can't be the one to start a war in this country. I'll be the one to wage the war.
Mr. President.
Hey, Jody, update me on the situation in the West.
Okay, so now we got a bunch more stages open up, and I think I'm gonna go with Beverly
The
Hills
enemy
since it'll give me a
forces
good amount of
strengthening
money
the
to
suppression
work
of
with.
Beverly Hills. This is due to information that leaked out regarding some millionaires who are amassing capital to fund a resistance. While the number of soldiers equipped with heavy firearms is great, if you pay higher attention to their attacks, they're no threat to your mobile armor. The verticals in this battle theater are violent. Consider the advantages and disadvantages in the geographical features as you destroy all the target areas in the town. This mission goes by the call name... Bring fashion back to the streets. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Do you definitely want to raise my shotgun levels? Ooh, okay, you got SG. Okay, good M2s. I definitely will need some missile launchers, so I'm gonna definitely upgrade these. Let's see. I could use some grenade launchers, so I'll definitely advance in this area. Definitely gonna get that. I mean, you're not wrong because, I mean, From Software were the ones that made Armored Core. And I can kind of see where the idea of some EDS influences kind of got into in this game as well, considering hearing cards like destroy a whole lot of things at once. Although just, you know, try not to kill the PLWs in the process because then you'll lose what they're carrying. You have to retry the level again to get it. Upgrading that, definitely upgrading this. So you'll keep that. That on, and I definitely need the missile launcher. Because then I'm going to be dealing with a whole lot of anti-air enemies. Okay, now that I got a fully set up loadout.
Enemy explosive devices are planted all over the city of Beverly Hills. Destroy all the bombs and liberate the town.
Roger that.
This is DNN's Peter McDonald reporting. What you're looking at is the heinous terrorist Metawolf as seen from the air. Just what will become of Beverly Hills and its stately mansions where the streets smell of money? Stay tuned as this camera and I bring you all the news you want to know.
A news heli?
Forget it. I'm going on ahead. It's a bit annoying, but not enough to call for aspirin.
Bombs have been laid
Still
out
time to
all
put my
over
new
town.
toys to work.
Clean up the bombs while
Don't ask how
destroying
this
the radar
works.
jamming stations. Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were used to develop new weapons for the military. That's a radar jamming station. If you destroy it, the bombs will surely show up on radar.
How do you like me now?
The has annihilated the troops and plans to capture Beverly Hills. His endgame must be money. This could be the world's biggest heist.
Finally, the bombs are showing up on radar, but not well enough for all the bombs in town to show up. Mr. President, that's a bomb. If approached carelessly, it will detonate. Destroy it from a safe distance.
This looks promising. The pride of the U.S. military. Blackhawks raise their ugly heads.
Yeah, more from the party now. Not by me just beating this truck to come up here.
How do you
Fix this.
I wonder if the Vice President wants to go as far as to control the music in America.
Oh yeah. Sometimes game likes to put in sneaky POWs places like this.
In it.
Yeah, they definitely should.
Infiltrated the garden of a big mansion, the home of international superstar Money Gold. What business does Metal Wolf have with a $3.2 billion man? Maybe he's going to take out a loan. Oh man, he's destroying the mansion. Add destruction of personal property to the breaking and entering charges. The U.S. Constitution is down.
Yes, that's the reference to
Metal Wolf's evil. Destroy all the bombs and liberate the town.
Don't worry about his yammering commentary.
the Otogi is here. There should be enough fun.
Has control of the entire town. Any further reporting is too dangerous. Our news team is seeking refuge. But our coverage of these events will continue. Because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
I'm sure those wealthy fat cats will repair the damage, making their homes even more beautiful than before. Nice work, Mr. President.
Okay, got everything in first try. And I got a paintball version of one of the rifles in the game. In liberating Beverly Hills, the president gained the financial support of some of America's wealthiest citizens, who poured their money into his campaign. Anti-Hawk sentiment has a new hero, and that hero's name is Michael Wilson. Later, the Hollywood bring his thrilling storyline to life, the blockbuster action biopic Metal Wolf, which topped the box office charts 42 weeks and won multiple Oscars. Naturally, the film's theme song, its #1 single, was penned by international superstar Money Money Gold on a Beverly Hills Zone.
By the way, Jody, what happened with yesterday's email?
The Information Management Department succeeded in contacting the source of the email.
Really? Let me hear it.
I am the one who formed the resistance to put a stop to Richard Hawk and his recklessness. Right now I'm aiming for a united uprising and seek volunteers. Metal Wolf, we eagerly await your rampage.
Great. They haven't sold out hope yet.
Mr. President, I haven't been this happy since that supermarket going out of business sale, when I was searching for my favorite candy and I found the last box all covered in dust at the back of the rack. And the expiration date was still good.
I know the feeling, Jody. Brief me on the next battlefield.
Sure, Mr. President. Operating out of a massive helicopter base constructed in the Grand Canyon, enemy Army helicopter units continue to oppress the American West. The target area terrain is sure to be confusingly fierce because the enemy army has taken over guerrilla bases from the Arizona insurrection days. Please watch your steps and don't fall into the 1 mile deep ravine. Use artillery with long-range firing effectively and destroy all the target areas. This mission goes by the call name
Operation Arizona, blood and gunpowder smoke. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Okay, time to do some more upgrading and buying. Okay, saying goodbye to that. Handgun for now. And while I'm at it, to change my suit.
The enemy is building a military base in the Grand Canyon. Doesn't this remind you of the Arizona insurrection days?
No, I don't remember anything. Except the smell of blood and gun smoke. All right, let's rock and roll!
Mr. President, the view certainly is grand, but stop with the don't look down jokes, please.
Made a bad idea of my setup. Yeah, it sucks though that the Half-Life skin is only available to Steam pre-orders, and they never re-released that skin either. They also did a something kind of similar for PS4 and Xbox One pre-orders, but again, that's sadly only exclusive to pre-orders. I honestly wish they would make those suits available to everyone, kind of like what Capcom did with the pre-order stuff for the Legacy Collections Mega games.
It wouldn't be out of the question for it to be located in a place unseen to the naked eye. This kind of blind spot isn't normally discovered. Now that's what I call insight, sir.
Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were held in the mountains to maintain military helicopters.
There are 3 target areas remaining. Watch your feet, too.
yeah, like the ones on the consoles, they got kind of like pretty nice looking skins for those computer on those versions. Like the Xbox One skin kind of got this like old school Xbox look, and the PS4 skin got kind of this cool neon blue kind of color scheme to it. At least see if I can find like a picture of what those skins look like after this. Welcome back, Connor. Sometimes my mom and my family try to avoid, one week when my family trying to take care of the doctor in the morning while my parents are up. So, try to avoid.
It's a tiny target area, huh? Almost like a bird's nest. Too bad you don't have any bird seed. I guess you'll have to give them some delicious firepower instead.
A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to perform to entertain the troops.
Original state.
Thank you.
Please be careful.
Mr. President, a fresh supply of troops is coming.
So you're Metal Wolf, eh? Then you can die for Sir Richard.
Sir Richard? What? Has he been knighted?
Going up against jokers like this is so tiring. I'll have to ask you to leave this stage before you get hurt.
No, let him stay. He makes entertainment. Next step.
How do you like me
Take that.
we hardly knew you. Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry, he says, and he crashes into her knee. That's more like an apology for standing in our way. After I just blasted him with every fucking in my backpack. All the way up there, but first I just gotta grab some of this later.
And take a gander at the heroic dive down to the Colorado River.
There's some POWs here. This is what DSP would call a beginner's trap because the game kind of leads you into thinking you should go down there for an item, but there's a timed explosive on that POW cage. And also, this is also another one that's placed in a sneaky place. Now it goes out the way, and now I can grab the other prize that's around here. And the time to test out my new toy against this thing.
They'll get stuck in the Hoover Dam. The enemy has been annihilated. Finally, peace will be brought to Arizona. War really doesn't suit these lovely surroundings.
Jody. Nor someone as lovely as you.
Sure, whatever. Nice work, Mr. President.
President got some res in him, as the Americans would say. victory in the Grand Canyon proved to be significant. Well, the enemy helicopter squadron to pin them down, the resistance fighters were able to continue their march. Peace had to return to Arizona, where folks came up with the saying, "There's a will, there's a way." The man who had mocked as a army rebel major, the man that they mocked as a rebel army major had elevated himself to presidential standing again, and the people were starting to believe that this man had a chance.
Any word from the resistance?
Yes, I'll play it for you now.
Metal Wolf, we applaud and appreciate your efforts. Our membership has started to rise one brave soul at a time. I'm putting all my efforts into our activities, hoping that the day we revolt will come soon.
I'd like to see that day too.
Yeah. I feel like a mother hen here.
Okay, Mr. President. You best hurry and get to the next battle theater.
Okay, time for a fun one. By fun one, I mean pain.
Alcatraz, only 3 kilometers offshore from San Francisco, the enemy force is setting up a huge electromagnetic Alcatraz cannon to combat terrorism. All the shelling in the desert region has implanted fear into the hearts of the people on the West Coast. The shelling is directed at keeping the dissidents in check.
By destroying the energy tanks around the Alcatraz cannon, you can stop its operation.
The current is so strong that no one has ever escaped from Alcatraz. Please be careful not to fall in the ocean. Aim to destroy the Alcatraz cannon. This mission goes by the call name Smash the Island Prison. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Okay, but first, let's do some upgrading. This will come in handy later. This will definitely come in handy later. Short on money. Alright, take care, Nate. Have a good night, and thank you for stopping by. Good night, Nate. Okay, that's the best I can do on short notice.
Enemy forces occupy Alcatraz Island.
Joe, what is that daunting thing?
The Alcatraz cannon.
How original. Richard, you'd never make it on Madison Avenue.
Stop and surrender, Metal Wolf.
Surrender?
If you fail to comply, the Alcatraz cannon will zap you back west coast.
Will it now? Not if I zap it first.
Mr. President, the Alcatraz cannon just started to recharge.
I'm on the move. I'll smash it faster than a Florida recount.
So yeah, this is a timed
Gun
mission,
battery
and I
that big
better
should
move.
take 5 minutes to recharge. Until then, head for the Alcatraz cannon in the center of the island. Is that?
This is DNN's Peter McDonald reporting. That's the heinous terrorist Metal Wolf, as seen from the air. He's trying to take over the Alcatraz cannon and destroy the West Coast. DNN is coming to you live and exclusively as these events unfold.
Forget him and keep your mind on the mission, Mr. President. Mr. President.
Oh, sorry, not interested.
A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to perform to entertain the troops.
water for this buzzing insect. Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were probably used to make the Alcatraz cannon. Left to do is put a stop to the Alcatraz cannon, Mr. President.
The army has been completely vaporized. Metal Wolf, your cruelty won't go unpunished.
I gotta pause. think I might have to restart this mission because I think I might.
Metal Wolf could seize the area, under military orders, the soldiers blew up the Alcatraz cannon. Simply amazing! The U.S. military gets the job done no matter what.
That confused journalist better double-check his facts.
Today, once again, U.S. military forces were dealt a lethal blow by Metal Wolf. But thanks to these heroes in our military, Metal Wolf and his conspiracy have been held in check. Our hearts go out to the men and women who sacrificed their lives in battle, and to their families as well. Any further reporting is too dangerous. Our news team is seeking refuge. Be the first to know as we continue pursuing Metal Wolf. Because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
Talk about biased reporting. It's exhausting to listen to. But at least the West Coast is safe now. Excellent work, Mr. President.
Okay, never mind, I did get everything. The destruction of the Alcatraz cannon brought peace to the West Coast and gave the resistance a new momentum. But Richard Hawke's mangling but Richard Hawke's messaging continued to have a stronghold on the American people. Destroy Metal Wolf, we cried along like a hysterical, brainwashed child, and that ignorant chorus became the battle hymn of our oppressors. In time, we would be made painfully aware just how blind we were.
Jody, what's the situation on the ground across America?
In the West, areas where the Army is pulling out are on the rise. But across the nation, the situation isn't so good.
Don't worry. I'll free the whole land soon enough. Any email from the Resistance?
Yes, there is. The man's voice is as cool as ever. Please have a listen.
Metal Wolf, thank you. Our membership is steadily on the rise. More reliable, trustworthy sympathizers have joined our fight to revolt. The day will come soon. When we're ready to rise up, I'll be sure and let you know.
The Resistance leader sure is standing tough, isn't he?
Tough as nails. Now I'll head out to liberate the West.
Welcome back, Colt. Just now I just completed Alcatraz, and right now I'm gonna take on another stage in Texas. But first, I just check on some things real quick. Ooh, nice stuff you guys posted too at the group. But yeah, I just ran through and I managed to not only finish the mission in time, but also got everything out of it. So now on to Phoenix.
The enemy force is apparently carrying out covert military campaigns based in a ghost town in the Phoenix suburbs. The radar jamming facility for their secret defense is set up in the town. Metal Wolf's radar could be jammed. Please destroy all target areas in the above-ground buildings to knock out the radar jamming and avoid surprise attacks from the enemy. This mission goes by the call name My Darling Clementine Operation. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
So sadly, this one I will probably have to go back maybe once or twice because one of the energy pods is in the mobile armors that you fight off in this level, but you can only grab 2 at a time, since by the time you kill the 3rd one, the mission ends right there. That was on the map. No, I want to invest. Actually, you know what? Let's do Alcatraz real quick so I can get some money so I can build something. That way you can also see what I went through in the level 2.
On the prison, all the... Good luck. And a gun battery that big should take 5 minutes to recharge. Until then, head for the Alcatraz cannon in the center of the island.
Oops, didn't mean to pause it.
Mr. President. With overwhelming firepower.
How do you like me now?
The U.S. military is being decimated platoon after platoon.
What I wouldn't give for a fly swatter for this buzzing insect.
Military has had something up its sleeve.
Those who interfere will be eliminated.
Yeah. See what happens.
The energy tanks in the...
The soldiers blew up the Alcatraz cannon. Simply amazing. The U.S. military gets the job done no matter what.
That confused journalist better double-check his facts.
Today, once again, U.S. military forces were dealt a lethal blow by Metal Wolf. But thanks to these heroes in our military, Metal Wolf and his conspiracy have been held in check. Our hearts go out to the men and women who sacrificed their lives in battle, and to their families as well. Any further reporting is too dangerous. Our news team is seeking refuge. Be the first to know as we continue pursuing Metal Wolf, because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
Talk about biased reporting. It's exhausting to listen to.
But at least the West Coast is safe now. Excellent work, Mr. President.
Okay, at least now I got a little bit of money to work with.
Good luck.
Okay, I'll make do with this stuff.
This place is pretty run down. Like a town in an old western. A radar jamming station is located here. The number of target areas and enemies seem limited. Let's mop this area up ASAP.
Jody, sorry, but these guys might slow me down.
Huh?
Major, Michael Wilson. You've tarnished the good name of the U.S. military and your reputation as a hero.
And now you'll die for it.
Whatever. This is like starring in John Ford's My Darling Clementine. Wanna find out who gets to play Wyatt Earp?
Quickly, because I gotta rescue these guys first.
Since you're surrounded now,
And better get the hell out of here
how about
before these
heading
guys
for
shoot
high
me.
ground?
A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to sing the blues for the troops.
Taking on all three at once could be bone-breaking. The enemy with stealth capabilities cannot be picked up due to radar trouble. How about we make a fresh start by destroying the enemy's radar jamming facility?
That's a radar jamming installation.
The best medicine for that kind of headache is pumping it full of a heavy dose of lead. The enemy's heavy special mobile armor is knocked out. Now that's refreshing. Kind of like sunrise on an early summer morning.
Major, are you seriously running from a fight?
Just looking for people for a second, please.
Some scientists were among the POWs you rescued. They were probably used to develop new type mobile unit armor.
Planning on running, Major?
Alright, right, you guys here.
Retreating from the battlefield, Major? Retreating from the battlefield, Major?
kind of forget about World 2 because they never really had anything interesting on stuff. But I used to go there to get like some really good deals. Like, that's how I got Sonic Adventure 1 and Ice in the Dreams for a really good discount over there on Steam. And I also managed to get the DMC reboot and the Strata reboot there too for like $1. Yeah, like, I don't really see like good deals in nowadays. I honestly keep forgetting they exist. If it wasn't for like the games that I actually have over there, I would have probably forgotten it entirely.
The defense strength is high against live ammunition.
Going somewhere.
Don't mind me just trying to like BMWs. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, speaking of Galaxies, most of the games, like most of the main languages are just on GOG as well. I was honestly surprised they actually bring those in there. Hello, Albie. Welcome. Yeah, I'm playing some Metal Wolf Chaos and Otogi games.
You taught me to be a soldier, so now I'm the one who's gonna kill you. Fight! Back in the day, you would have never turned your back on the enemy.
The Major's been sighted.
Roger, watch your back! Don't forget that he's a war hero!
Anyways, how are you, Albie?
go this far. Oh, it's embarrassing just to call you Wyatt Earp, Mr. President. 2 more enemy missile cowboys still remain.
too. And take care. Thank you for stopping by too. I hope you enjoyed the stream too.
One official mobile armor enemy is left.
Major, at least die like a man.
Mr. President, you're so slow on your feet. Have your shoelaces come untied?
How do you like me now?
Stupid!
Oh, that was cool.
All enemy special mobile armor units have been put 6 feet under, Town Marshal. How's it feel to be an Old West hero?
Not too good. I'm not the hero type. I'm just doing my job as president.
Okay, at least I managed to get all the POWs. I just have to get the one from the last guy I couldn't get to, who was holding the energy pod. Yikes, I definitely want to improve my score. President Wilson had taken the West by storm. There was no legs left to stand on. Hawk's coup d'etat forces had no choice but to get on the retreat. The resistance was gaining steam, and all at once cities across the America began to rise up and fight back. Thanks to Michael Wilson's herding and puffing, thanks to Michael Wilson's huffing and puffing, the winds of freedom were blowing again, and stronger than ever. However, Richard Hawk had a black heart and an unwavering ambition. Soon the course of history would yet be another about face.
Jody, what's the situation across America?
The coup d'etat forces have retreated from the western states.
Yes!
This should kick the resistance movement into high gear.
I can't wait.
You got a voicemail from the resistance, Mr. President.
Metal Wolf, thanks to your efforts, the stage is set for a united revolt in the West. I'm considering moving ahead. However, before this takes place, I'd like to meet you in person to talk. I'll contact you with the details later.
Mr. President, what do you think?
I've been wanting to meet him too.
So let's get you two together.
Sure. But before that, we'll head east. Until we take back all of America, there's no rest for the wicked.
You said it, Mr. President.
Well, Jody, at long last, we head east. We'll reach the East Coast in a flash.
Oh, that was more propaganda.
Metal Wolf. Planning on wiping out New York this time? You enemy of the people, I, Richard Hawk, won't let you get away with it. I, Richard Hawk, will uphold American justice without fail.
Yeah! Suck on my missile punch!
Hero. Long live the USA!
Or like, all hail the Principality of Xeon at this point.
Dear fellow Americans, good evening. This is an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where freedom in the United States wasn't built in a day. Good news, finally. Finally, the evil has been crushed. This evening, Metal Wolf, who suddenly showed up in New York, was thoroughly beaten to a pulp by Richard Hawk.
I know, right?
Piloting a special heavy mobile armor unit. He annihilated the evil. Occurring at the same time from a confidential covert operation. We have also learned that underground terrorists and Metal Wolf sympathizers in hiding were captured in succession all around the country. Although martial law will continue until we are sure that your safety can be completely secured, for today and today only, let's celebrate this victory. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, your Freedom Point Man.
Metal Wolf crushed? And those phony visuals! What's with that? The special effects don't even beat a Hollywood B-movie.
Irony.
Richard's up to his old tricks again.
Mr. President, according to the Special Intelligence Group, news from the anti-coup d'etat forces has ceased. Actually, we've lost contact with the resistance leader too.
We have?
It appears all the resistance activities have gone south.
Jody, those that died are imposters. I am still here.
So?
Believe in your own justice. I won't lose to that false prophet. And the reason is because I'm the President of the United States of America.
Mr. President!
There's no time for self-pity. Jody, get me up to speed on the situation in the East.
Hawk's military government was waging war against more than just the resistance. The American people too came under fire. Hawks called the Citizen Citizen Re-Education Program, which wouldn't really entail what the surrender of all property of government-controlled rationing system. U.S. citizens were trafficked overseas or used in lab rats for weapons testing. The weak and unworthy were trampled down. Soon all of America and its freedoms were paved over by the thick, oppressive asphalt of tyranny. It was Hawk's eugenic wet dream and an unprecedented constitutional crisis in the next chapter of President Wilson's sagas as he continued to rise up against his former running mates' injustice. So anyways, before we get into Act 2, we need to get some things real quick from this last level. And I'm gonna go old-fashioned, a little while.
jamming installations.
Is pumping it full of a heavy dose of lead. How about we make a fresh start by destroying the enemy's radar jamming facility? The enemy's heavy special mobile armor is knocked out. Now that's refreshing. Kind of like sunrise on an early summer morning. The defense strength is high against live ammunition.
Just
your
one.
compassion and dignity!
One special mobile armor enemy is left.
You trade your pride to save your own neck? I never figured you for that. Retreating from the battlefield, Major?
I give him a start on
The enemy
Houston.
army has dried up the nation's resources and put the people on a rationing system to construct a spaceplane launch and landing base in Houston. React swiftly as paratrooper reinforcements are predicted to be dropped in from Super Assault heavy attack helicopters that defend the skies and the base. The objective is total destruction of all target areas and the Super Assault heavy attack Olajuwon helicopter. This mission goes by the call name Winner Takes All, Olajuwon versus Metal Wolf. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Ooh, that's gonna cost me a lot to get. Although I want to get the energy version of the SG-7. It's gonna have to wait. Yeah, I'll hold on to the flamethrower for this one.
This is DNN's Peter McDonald reporting. I'm coming to you live today from a U.S. military base in the outskirts of Houston, Texas. Scarce natural resources sent from the Space Plane Center are collected and kept here. The U.S. military is collectively managing these goods under martial law. Acting as the defense for this area is this Super Assault Heavy Attack Olajuwon helicopter. Take a look at this firepower. 44mm M197 anti-aircraft guns, 80mm Bofors anti-aircraft cannons, two 10mm grenade launchers, and finally 12 missile containers. In addition to this heavy arsenal, it has the capacity to hold over 100 soldiers. A veritable flying fortress. As long as the Olajuwon is on the scene, Metal Wolf get off so easily.
All set.
Hey, Mr. Newsman! You rang?
The Olajuwon appears to be dropping parachute troops from its cargo bay. It'll be trouble when those reinforcements land, destroy the target areas while shooting down the enemy dropping into the battle.
Oh god, these turrets.
Those must be some new kinds of weapons. They're being dropped one after another from the Olajuwon. Metal Wolf will have no choice but to deal with this firepower. Sniper unit and the pride of the U.S. Airborne is joining the fight. They're dropping into battle one after the other. This is a scene of biblical proportions, a modern-day David and Goliath.
Okay, Mr. President, let's shoot them down. The performance of the smart bomb seems to have fallen off. If there's no guidance device, it's flying blind. Bay doors that drop the bombs. First, start by reducing the strong attacks. That device seems to have improved the guidance function performance of the smart bomb, Mr. President.
rescued. He was forced to perform to entertain the troops. Resources.
Damage rate is above 50%. Get into gear.
Look at that! The U.S. ground forces have been totally decimated by the hand of Metal Wolf. But we still have the speed ace up our sleeve. That trump card being the Super Assault Heavy Attack Elijah 1 helicopter.
Where do you fight the Super Attack helicopter? First, there's a clear out a couple things.
Reducing the strong attacks.
The Elijah 1 fuselage has been damaged, but the Elijah 1 was designed to withstand damage from 155mm anti-aircraft cannons. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Hang tough, Elijah 1! One has become intense, but giving up is not in the U.S. military's vocabulary. And the reason is, the Super Attack Elijah 1 helicopter is still in action.
That's not how it goes. Oh, please don't. Killing that.
The sun will set, Mr. President.
The Elijah 1's armor plating has taken an awful beating. The dreaded Metal Wolf. What's this? Super Assault Elijah 1 helicopter. Could never be shut down. This aerial fortress has been destroyed by one single foe dressed in mobile attack armor. But I will never give up hope. And hope will never yield to violence.
Welcome back, Connor.
I believe in American justice and my journalistic convictions. Because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
Hey, Mr. Journalist! Take a good long look. I think it's time for a new pen.
retaking the space plane's center, President Wilson has put an end to Richard Hawk's control of the nation's aerospace resources. The spoils were funneled to cities across America, effectively ending Hawk's rationing system. As freedom rang from sea to shining sea, I saw the smiles on each of the American people's faces, and I started to wonder, have I been getting this man all wrong?
Did you get in touch with the Resistance?
No, still no word. Maybe he was captured by coup d'etat forces.
No, he'd never let that happen. I'm sure he's out there waiting to make his move. I must see him. I made him a promise.
Oh, Mr. President.
I'm off to the next battlefront.
But yeah, like, the little story sections that you see in between missions, that's him like reflecting on the whole, the story that went after the fact, and how he's telling, the story that went down of Michael Wilson's, stand against Richard Hawk from his perspective after the fact. Okay, I think I'll do one more stage and then I'll call it there. So let's see. Actually, I'll grind up a little bit and then I'll do one more stage. So we'll just do a quick run in Beverly Hills and then I'll pick another stage from there.
Enemy explosive. Bombs have been laid out all over town. Clean up the bombs while destroying the radar jamming station. That's a radar jamming station. If you destroy it, the bombs will surely show up on radar.
National Guard troops have been defeated. Metal Wolf has a nut.
Mr. President?
superstar, Money Gold. What business does Metal Wolf have with a $3.2 billion man? Maybe he's going to take out a loan. Oh man, he's destroying the mansion. Add destruction of personal property to the breaking and entering charges. The U.S. Constitution is downright powerless against Metal Wolf's evil.
funny thing about the Beverly Hills mission is that you don't have to destroy the target areas, you just have to destroy the bombs.
The enemy force has concentrated strength in the center of Chicago. Intelligence's most educated guess is that the purpose is to re-educate the citizens and strengthen their support for the vice president.
Thank you, Cole.
Though there are many target areas, it is possible to annihilate the enemy by effectively using the train to move from building to building. Destroy the target areas and let the citizens wake up to their town with its tranquility restored. This mission goes by the call name Chicago Daybreak. Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
What can I build now? Oh, he just checked the rifle that I may have gotten on the way. Short on money and metal to get that SG7. Although there's one variant that I do want to get in particular that's better than the ones that's available right now. Let's see. Oh crap, I'm short on this too. Okay, let's see how well this goes.
Enemy forces occupy Chicago. Destroy all the target areas and liberate the town of Chicago.
Copy that.
Well, if it isn't the heinous terrorist, public enemy number one.
Richard!
Oh, you've done excellent work, Michael. How about a reward to show my appreciation? Poison gas will annihilate the city in 5 minutes. And Metal Wolf will be blamed for the slaughter of Chicago. Have a nice day. Or not, Michael.
Oh, time to haul
Each
ass.
target area has started up their poison gas controls. If the density of the poison gas exceeds 181 parts per million, human death is guaranteed. Destroy the target areas before the density reaches 181 ppm. What's that?
Sorry, no news.
Density has gone down, but don't let down your guard. Hurry up, Mr. President. What's that? That's a tank filled with poisonous gas neutralizer. stabilizer. The soldiers must be tired if they left that out in such an obvious place.
What's this? Metal Wolf has boarded a train. He hasn't even bought a fare. He's looking for a free ride.
Don't be so picky, but this will save us some time, Mr. President.
A musician was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to sing the blues for the troops.
Against live ammunition.
Hey, could be first, could be a turret in this place.
No, according to our own DNN human fatality density measuring device, the density of poison gas in the city has already exceeded 50 parts per million. Metal Wolf is a villain down to his last mecha boot.
There are 5 target areas remaining. Hurry on to the next one, Mr. President.
Only has 3 operating bases left.
We have to make a loyalty to our music, I guess.
You rescued. They were probably used to research poison gas.
In another 3 minutes, Metal Wolf won't even give us enough time to make instant noodles.
That journalist is always a day late and $1 short. Hurry up, Mr. President. symbol of the city and its rivers. Seeing it open is quite a sight, but if we can't cross, we'll be in a jam. Hurry up!
An utter nightmare. The U.S. military has been demolished once again by Metal Wolf. However, his plan to gas the town ended in failure. Could it be that the hand of God reached down to save us? Uh-oh. I've just looked into the eyes of Metal Wolf. Any further reporting is too dangerous. Our news team is seeking refuge. But our coverage of these events will continue. Because yes, the pen is still mightier than the sword. This has been Peter McDonald for DNN.
Huh. I'll say one thing for the guy. At least his misreporting is consistent.
As long as the city is safe, who cares?
Okay, so I missed 2 of the energy pods, but at least I got all the POWs. The Chicago gassing was the first of many Hawk had planned. If the American people would not have submit to him, he thought that then they could be slaughtered by him. Fortunately, President Wilson stepped in and put a halt to these unspeakable acts. Among the Chicago survivors was a little girl who told the reporters at the time, as the gas was closing in, I looked up and saw God. And you know what? God is made of steel. This line honestly hit me hard when I first read this, when I streamed this game all those years back. Honestly, it still does now.
Jody, what's the situation on the ground across America?
Cruel oppression of U.S. citizens still continues all over the nation.
I guess neither of us will see any time off soon. I'm off to the next battle zone. Update me on the situation, Jody.
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay, and I think that's a good place for us to end the stream. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for stopping by and let me show some Metal Wolf Chaos for you guys. Sorry if some things were pretty scuffed at the beginning and kind of messed up some things, but I'm glad you guys stuck by with me. I'm hoping if there's nothing I have to do tomorrow or anything, I can maybe stream maybe later on today. I guess since it's already technically tomorrow for you guys. You're welcome, Colt. Glad you enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good night, everyone, and take care. And thank you for watching.